The information station, KRMS, Osage Beach.
It's time for the Lakefront Living Realty radio show on News Talk KRMS. Lakefront Living Realty is Missouri's only real estate firm focused solely on lakefront and lake access properties, changing lives one lake house at a time. So let's talk the waterfront lifestyle. Please welcome owner-broker Annie Faulstich and her guests for today's program.
Welcome to the Lakefront Living Real Estate Show, your trusted guide to buying or selling property at Lake of the Ozarks, where every day is a lake day. I'm Annie Faulstich, owner-broker of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri's only exclusive lakefront lake access brokerage, where we're changing lives one lake house at a time. Happy Saturday. I am sure most of you are tired of hearing and talking about the corona pandemic, but this historic time is tough not to reflect on how it is affecting all areas of our lives. My husband Jesse and I are going to talk a little on the real estate market today and how it is affecting buyers and sellers. Jesse, thanks for joining me today.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. I don't want to spend the whole show covering the corona, but I do think listeners are interested in how it may be affecting the real estate market. It's not all doom and gloom, and I truly feel that we here at the lake have a special place and opportunity not found in many other areas around the country. I mean, I definitely foresee more people choosing to use their lake homes and others choosing to travel closer to home this upcoming summer season, hopefully when everybody is able to get out and about.
I think we're seeing that more every day. If people need to be somewhere, they'd rather be down here looking at the lake.
Yeah, I know. We've had a lot of response on that, of course, with clients that we know, people that we know, and on social media, people choosing to come and use their lake house. I mean, we've been in an up market for the past 2 years, and I really don't see that taking any kind of hit. We may lose some buyers due to the uneasy market, but we're gaining more buyers, actually, again, taking advantage of the all-time low interest rates and choosing to spend their money on their family these days. Honestly, buyers seem to be in the mindset not to hold off on the lake house they've always wanted, deciding to put their money into real estate, into something that they can enjoy their investment money, honestly. As far as investors are concerned, you also may have an opportunity to pick up a property that a seller now is more motivated to sell due to life changes. Vacation renting or long-term renting, I think, will see an all-time high again as people choose to live on the lake and vacation that lakefront lifestyle.
Yeah. I'm seeing that now already dealing with buyers.
We had already started to see that shift in people as well, choosing to live the lakefront lifestyle full-time, slowing down and using the option to work from home that started a few years back. We have seen more families and non-retired buyers moving to the lake full-time more than ever before, with the ability to work from home with so many jobs around the country and the world working remotely. The health and wellness boom also has shifted the mindset of a lot of people. I know, so I typed off a couple of quotes here to read because you see it all the time. I mean, there truly is a shift in the mindset, and it's been proven that living lakefront or any body of water at that, oceanfront or lakefront does do something to the mind. They had here, to some it's just water. To me, it's where I regain my sanity. Another one I read, a day at the lake restores the soul.
Yep.
Which I truly believe.
We can relate to that.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, or it should say a day at the lake, a day on the boat.
An afternoon.
Yes, whatever. An hour, 30 minutes. Time wasted at the lake is time well spent. Mm-hmm. These sayings, that you see posted all over now, people have signs made for their house, T-shirts made, towels, napkins, cocktail glasses. They would not be out and about and purchased if they did not ring true to a lot of people and remind them of memories of past times when they were a child. If the lake truly didn't do something to your health and well-being.
I always like the one, if you can't be at the lake today, find a way to be there tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we have that one in our house, don't
Yep.
we? You do see that one every day.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're going to also be covering some great tips for sellers as we ramp up into the spring market, and several cool facts that we here at Lakefront Living Realty do a little different than anyone else.
Leading to, did you know that between November 1st and March 1st, so the past 5 months, we have sold 365 lakefront homes, condos, or villas. Did you know that, Annie?
I did.
Perfect. Today, we have 580 active listings in that same category. So that really only gives us a 6-month inventory. Other price points are hotter than some.
Yeah.
Speak to some of those price points. You know, we deal with anything from $150,000 lake house to, a $3 million lake house. In each one of those, we have different offerings as far as condos, up to 2-bedroom lake house. Maybe it's just lake access with a community dock. Where do you think our biggest, our hottest selling properties are right now?
Definitely for lakefront. And again, those stats, those numbers that you gave were including condos, villas, and lakefront property as a whole, which is still a really high number. And in comparison to years past, definitely 19, I think that was about the same for those first four months of the year. So the market is obviously hot. But if you break it down, and we're happy to do this, obviously, if you've got property or if you're a buyer and you've got questions, call us or reach out to us anytime if you really want some specific statistics on individual properties that you may be interested or that you own. But I definitely think the condo market is hot. A lot of people, again, are choosing to use their property when they can, and then whether they're renting it out or they're just using it on vacation, it's all that maintenance. It's the maintenance issue. So condos have definitely become a very popular property to purchase. And that condo market, we see that, again, 150 to 350 is really the hot condo market right now. Right.
And then having the lack of responsibility to have to take care of that condo with having a management company in place. I mean,
that's been what the huge push for, condo living has been, is if the buyer decides that they really don't have that time to dedicate to maintaining the lake home, they're choosing to go with the condo because obviously it's a turnkey situation. Yep. I mean, come in, turn the water on, start using your lake home. When you're ready to go, you turn the water off, lock the door, see you later, and you don't have to worry about anything. So we're definitely seeing the condo market increase. On lakefront homes, single-family residential, I mean, that market is always hot. And that's what they say, too. When you're talking about investment, the lakefront, direct lakefront property, those do not tend to lose value. And that was actually the least area hit. Yes, when we did see the downturn. And so I think that will always be the case on single-family residential. But boy, yeah, if you're in the 250 to really 700, market.
Yeah, if you have a 3-bedroom house right now on the lake or with lake access, then that's a really good property to be sitting on.
Yeah.
Or if you need to unload it, now is a really good time to think about selling that house.
Yeah, there were several hundred, I know, even pending or contingent right now that have not closed in that single-family residential, especially that price point from 250 to 700. Right now, I know we've got over 100 properties pending to close. So it is hot, but we have a lot coming up in the new year too. So stay tuned. But if you're wanting more of those statistics, reach out to us anytime, lakefrontliving.com. We're happy to share a lot of those statistics. Also, if you're looking for your home's value, utilize our Calculator tool. That is on the lakefrontliving.com website, where you can go in, answer a few questions about your lakefront property or lake access property, and get a really good idea price range of current market value. In my opinion, it's our more accurate form of the Zestimate, designed obviously for lakefront lake access.
As an online tool, yes.
Yes, as an online tool. But We have plenty of new announcements coming up of new events for the year, new listings, collaborations with other companies, and tips on buying and selling lakefront property. Each week, I like to talk about topics that typically affect buyers and sellers, giving you, the listeners, answers to your most common questions. I will always continue to ask to call the office or myself directly anytime with any further questions you may have on one of the shows, or if there's someone or a certain topic you would like to hear us cover. We are going to take a short break, but stay with us. We'll be right back on the Lakefront Living Radio Show. We are talking to sellers today. So we're going to talk to you a little bit more about how Lakefront Living Realty is different than any other brokerage at Lake of the Ozarks, and giving you tips on selling your lakefront property. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Jesse Faulstich, owner-realtor and lakefront specialist with Lakefront Living Realty. Uniting lakefront buyers and sellers is what I do. Put my passion for lakefront living and knowledge to work for you. Contact me anytime at 573-280-7226 or email me at jesse@lakefrontliving.com.
Welcome back. Thanks for listening to the Lakefront Living Realty radio show on News Talk KRMS. Once again, here's owner-broker Annie Faulstich.
Welcome back to the Lakefront Living Real Estate Show, your trusted guide to buying or selling property at Lake of the Ozarks, where every day is a lake day. Again, I'm Annie Faulstich, owner, broker of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri's only exclusive lakefront lake access brokerage. Today, I've got the pleasure of having my husband, also owner of Lakefront Living Realty, realtor, and lakefront specialist himself, in the studio with me today. So this is kind of fun.
Howdy, hey.
Hey. So we, of course, had to talk a little bit about Corona. And as we're all at home and staying safe, we wanted to discuss about the Lake of the Ozarks real estate market and how that is going to affect us. And honestly, we feel like it's going to continue to thrive and be good as hopefully as the dust settles and everybody can get out and about. Folks will start staying possibly closer to home, and then also really utilizing their lakefront property, maybe deciding to spend more time with family, not waiting.
Well, I know it's been really rainy here lately, but once that sun comes out, and it will, people are going to want to be at the lake.
I know.
And they're going to want to be on the water also.
Right. I know even the short time it's been, now it's forcing us to spend more time together as a family, as we are here together today, and kids are home from school. Honestly, it's kind of a good shift in the mindset and makes everybody slow down for a minute and remember spending time together. And that's really what it's about.
Yeah, and what is important to you?
We have the awesome job, and we take it for granted all the time. We've got the awesome job of uniting people and having that experience. That's really one of the main reasons why I sell real estate every day.
That's why I'm here also. I mean, we've enjoyed the lake so much, just every year, even the off season and the wintertime, being able to look out when it's snowing. And so to be able to have that, we've always, wherever we find happiness, we always want to be able to share it.
Share it, I know. And that's really all that we're doing, is uniting lakefront buyers and sellers so that other people can also enjoy it like we have. I know I've mentioned it many times on the show in the past that those are my best childhood memories, are on the water and on the lake. And of course, you don't realize it as a kid, and our kids probably won't until they're well into their, 30s or 40s.
Till life hits them. But having that option to look out the back window and see the lake again, it just changes your lifestyle and mindset. So I do think that there is going to be a lot of good that comes out of this pandemonium and current chaos that we're in. I always love Lake of the Ozarks also for the community. It seems like we get a bad rap for being the Slowzarks, and everybody's always talking about everybody being so laid back and relaxed here. But I can tell you that in this time of panic,
we don't have that here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see it like other places around the country, or as we are talking to a lot of our clients this past week that live elsewhere, and it's, total chaos in the cities and where they're at. It's just so nice that our small community here at Lake of the Ozarks, it just doesn't seem to have as much crazy feel. No,
nobody really loses their head, but then again, it's all fun and games until you're out of toilet paper.
Yeah, right. I know. We did take pictures of a boat off of our deck last night. There was a cruiser that they had all of their
isinglass.
Yes, isinglass on, and it's like, now that, yes, if you're going to be quarantined, those people have it right. They've got the right idea. Just get out on the water. We're begging right now for one of these days to be sunny and at least, 60 or 65 so we can also get out on the water. But let's get back to giving some information to the listeners. Let's start today with some inside scoop on what it looks like to list with Lakefront Living Realty and a few of the key things we do different than any other brokerage here at Lake of the Ozarks. Start with the easy exit listing.
Right. So one of our things as a brokerage agency, we want to give you the right to cancel your listing if you're not happy with our services. If you're not jiving with your agent, if you just you had something else in mind, or you actually got your house almost ready to market and then decided, you know what, this place looks pretty good when it's cleaned up. If we need to have that conversation where you want to pull the listing, we give you that guarantee of that easy exit listing.
Yeah, I think most of it comes down to, in the past, one of the biggest feedbacks that I've heard going on listing appointments is that an unsuccessful seller felt held hostage to their listing contract. Possibly, they were unhappy with their service, but yet they felt like they had to sit and wait out the expiration date on their contract. So we just really want to give the sellers peace of mind up front that we're here to work for them. But life changes, some things happen sometimes. If, we've got that option in our listing agreement for an easy exit listing so that at the end of the day, you do not feel held hostage to a contract if you're unhappy with the service.
Right. Then do we also want to go over...
that kind of leads into our communication guarantee.
Okay, so according to the National Association of Realtors, 70% of the public thought their agent did a poor job communicating with them. That is something that we can't have.
Yeah, we do. We hear that all the time. I would say that is, he said 70% of the public, the NAR. I think it's even higher than that. I guess just from obviously people that we talk to, anybody that has been unsuccessful in selling or had a bad experience in the past, communication was the number one reason that they were not satisfied.
Right. So once your house is listed and we have it showing scheduled on it, we guarantee to provide you feedback within 48 hours of that showing. Another thing that we do is we want to be able to call and discuss with you weekly some of the feedback from that showing, some of the traffic that we're getting through there, and just the market changes, what the market activity is. If there's some new houses that came on the market or some local houses that sold, and evaluate where we sit at in the marketplace. So weekly, we want to be able to have that phone call with you. We guarantee that we're always going to be available to receive phone calls, between 1 and 5, Monday through Saturday, and we're always available to return phone calls every weekday between noon and 1. I know we stay pretty busy running. We feel like we're doing circles around the lake all the time, but we want to make that guarantee that we're always open for that conversation when we need to have it. And Annie will get into the marketing a little bit later, but we guarantee you'll see your house is listed. We're on top of it on the digital age portion of it, and Annie will get into that a little bit later. But you're definitely going to see your house out there. And then also, anytime that we ever get any
Well, anything that we put out in the market, so along with those marketing, anything that we put out, brochures, marketing, you're going to see samples of that as well. So we really follow 10-step guarantee on our communication guarantee that we take you through prior to listing. So there's no question. You know up front our communication guarantee, and that's just something nice. Again, we always go back to peace of mind for the seller. So that's something that we want to give them is peace of mind.
And then we also do have a home hotline that's available to give out information to prospecting buyers, and that's open 24/7. And Annie will talk about that a little bit later on. And something else that we always have, we're legal. We have road signs, and then I put up a lot of lakeside banners on docks so that we're marketed both road and lake, because as we know here at the lake, your lakeside is your front side.
Yep, exactly. Well, let me also talk about, so flexible fee structure is something else that we do different than anybody else. I mean, did you know that most brokers will charge you the same fee no matter how your home is sold, even if you find the buyer? So with our system, you have complete flexibility. I mean, after all, why pay for something you may not get? So those are tiered options of a flexible fee structure that we follow at Lakefront Living Realty. And these are all things that we cover with you in a short meeting talking about your home for sale, or things that we can send you if interested in listing. So it's time for another short break, but we will be right back on the Lakefront Living Realty radio show, again talking about what it looks like to list your home with Lakefront Living Realty and a few of the things that we do different. Stay with us, of course, because we're also going to talk about this week's featured listing, give you sellers a few extra tips on selling your home, and we will also be going over some marketing. So stay with us. Always News Talk, KRMS, 1150 AM, 97.5 FM, and 103.3 FM. Always remember, we're always on Alexa. You can say, play KRMS radio to listen live. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Thanks for listening to the Lakefront Living Realty radio show on News Talk KRMS. Once again, here's owner-broker Annie Faulstich.
Welcome back to the Lakefront Living Real Estate Show, your trusted guide to buying or selling property at Lake of the Ozarks, where every day is a lake day. Again, I'm Annie Faulstich, owner-broker of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri's only exclusive lakefront lake access brokerage. If you are just tuning in, we are talking today about how Lakefront Living Realty differs from any other brokerage at Lake of the Ozarks when listing your property. We're giving you actually a few of the insider tools that we use. We typically don't share, or haven't shared on the radio before. So this will kind of give you, hopefully, an overview of a few of the things that we do different. Jesse,
Part of our playbook.
Part of our playbook, I know. You're getting the inside scoop today. But of course, if you miss any of today's show or any of the previous shows, you can always catch us the following week on our YouTube channel, Lakefront Living Realty Missouri, and you can listen at your own leisure. So be sure to check that out for previous shows as well. Jesse is with me today, Jesse Faulstich, also realtor owner at Lakefront Living Realty, and we've been going through a few of the things in our playbook. Mentioned the easy exit listing, our communication guarantee, our flexible fee structure, and now I'm going to go on to our guaranteed sale program. Avoid the risk of owning two homes or none. Homeowners may find themselves in a predicament when they decide to move from one home to another. So if you buy before selling, you could own two homes. Or if you sell first, you could end up homeless. It's a real catch-22. And for those thousands of homeowners, it's an extremely stressful position they find themselves in. This financial and emotional tightrope is one that you usually have to walk alone because most agents have no way of helping you through this dilemma. Fortunately, Lakefront Living Realty's Guaranteed Sale Program is designed to help you avoid this dilemma. The program guarantees that we will sell your home in less than 90 days or we will buy it. Obviously, there's a few stipulations everyone always wants to know about that, and those are price points. So that's at $300,000 or less. We offer that guarantee, and we can talk more to you about that individually. So then people ask, okay, well,
how does this apply to me?
How does this apply to me if my home is valued over $300,000? Well, it will not work for you, obviously, as a guarantee, but what that helps us do is attract buyers to your listing. If your listing comes on the market and you've got multiple people looking at it, and maybe one individual buyer has a property they need to sell first, and it is valued at $300,000 or less, we can help them get into your home stress-free.
So in that situation, it really helps move-up buyers feel confident to put a contract in on a house that they're wanting to move up to. Exactly.
Absolutely. And we see that shift a lot. Obviously, a lot of people then in that price range or under are moving up. So how that helps the home sellers is the dilemma of whether to sell first or buy first is eliminated by removing the stress of owning two homes or none at all. It's a risk-free offer because if your home sells for a price that is higher than the guaranteed price, you get the higher amount, not us. It converts ready, willing, and unable buyers into ready, willing, and able buyers. This means that the more qualified people look at your home. More people means more money for less time. How the buyer benefits is the dilemma of whether to sell first or buy first, again, is eliminated by removing the stress of owning two homes, again, or none at all. You can look at homes that way with confidence because you know that if you find one that you like and nothing is stopping you from buying it. These are limited, of course, to Lakefront Living Realty listings. So the buyer would have to be purchasing a listing listed by Lakefront Living Realty. But since that is our niche market and that is all that we're working with is lakefront, lake access properties, you definitely have a larger quantity of options. So that way, as a buyer, you're not going to risk losing your dream home because your current home is not sold. So that is also a program that we offer. Internet marketing and targeted internet marketing, huge. Marketing, we've done entire shows just on marketing in the past. But through our MLS, your home is obviously marketed on dozens of real estate websites. So that is part of that MLS listing. But what we do different is targeted internet marketing. We put together a custom marketing strategy to get your home sold. Unlike other real estate firms who use that one and done approach or throw it on the MLS and hope for the best. We market in stages according to the feedback we receive from the current market. So that really is determined in a different setup by what type of property you have, and the feedback that we've received in the past, but also once your property goes on the market, we are watching that daily. We have full-time marketing staff continuing to research that so that we are always sure that your home is in the most visible light on internet marketing. So we use an artistic and creative approach for all of our listings by creating professional videos and photography for all of them. Does not matter the list price on that. That is part of our listing program. But we employ Studio V Hypermedia Entertainment. I know they've been on our show in the past. So they're one of the most cutting-edge marketing professionals at Lake of the Ozarks to help us create that crucial first impression of your home. So there's nothing we can't or won't try to get your listing sold. You won't get a better representation of your home, in my opinion, from any other firm at the lake. We've got a large range of areas and platforms that we cover when we're going through internet marketing. Jesse, talk to us a little bit about the 24-hour home hotline. I know there've been a lot of options like this around the lake, and you will see some other signs, text this, call this number. I do feel like the 800 home hotline program that we use is different in many cases than any other system that
Right.
I've seen so far at the lake.
So, Lakefront Living Realty uses a virtual assistant to answer your listings, important prospect calls 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The potential buyer will have direct access to transfer the call to your listing agent, as well as receive additional information and photos on your property via text message.
So I'm going to play you actually what that sounds like.
Congratulations, you are calling the Lakefront Living Realty's 24-hour recorded home hotline. Press the ID number followed by the pound sign for the home you are calling about now to hear more about it. After listening to the message, you will be able to press 0 and connect directly to a real estate agent.
Oh, of course that one. Somebody called through on my phone at the same time. But so what that does is when you call through, each listing has their own home ID number. So as a listing, you would have your own home ID. When anybody calls or texts on that, they're going to have a recorded message giving them further details about the house that they cannot see. Obviously, when they're calling, they're either on the boat in the cove or they're on the street looking at the house. We're not going to give them descriptions about the outside of the house that they can see. We're going to give them features on the inside of the house that they cannot see. That also allows them to, at any moment, press 0 and be connected directly to your listing agent. Not an agent on floor duty that has not been to your house. It is to the listing agent who is second best to knowing your home aside from you.
Has walked through your house, staged the marketing for your house.
Correct.
Knows everything about your house and why it's on the market and what your wants are.
They're going to get that phone call directly if they have any other questions regarding the property, or if they would, of course, like to set up a showing, we'd be available immediately. They also have the option then as well to get a text message. They can get a text message immediately following that recording so that then they would be able to see the professional photography of the inside photos of that listing as well. The nice feature of that is immediately, and that was even part of what happened on the call, I was getting a phone call and then it texted me immediately letting me know that there was a call on that property. So myself as an agent, we get those text messages and phone calls immediately. So we're able to follow up with those buyers. As a seller, that is huge. We used to have the flyer boxes located at the house. You'd go through 25, 50 flyers, in a week or two. We had no idea who was picking up those flyers. If they did not call us, we had no idea. What if it was just a nosy neighbor? Or if you really had 5 or 6 people that had interest in the property, us as agents and you as the seller would love for us as the agents to reach out to those buyers to answer any questions about the property, but also try to procure that showing.
Right.
So that 24-hour home hotline is huge, and I can tell you it works really well from the water. We have more calls from the water than
Majority of the
calls, and they do actually call. I thought that they would be more text messages, but more are calls. So we're receiving those calls all the time. But we need to take another short break. Stay with us on the Lakefront Living radio show on News Talk KRMS. You can always visit us at lakefrontliving.com, but stay with us. We've got some hot new featured listings coming up.
Welcome back. Thanks for listening to the Lakefront Living Realty radio show on News Talk KRMS. Once again, here's owner-broker Annie Faulstich.
Welcome back to the Lakefront Living Real Estate Show, your trusted guide to buying or selling property at Lake of the Ozarks, where every day is a lake day. Again, I'm Annie Faulstich, owner-broker of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri's only exclusive lakefront lake access brokerage. Today, that's exactly what we're talking about is Lakefront Living Realty in our niche market of selling lakefront lake access property. Jesse said it right. We're giving you a piece of our playbook.
Belichick would kill for this.
I know. So, really, if there are ever any questions that you have about selling your lakefront or lake access property, do not hesitate to give us a call directly. You can reach our office anytime at 833 Lakefront. That's 833 LKFRONT. You can catch us at lakefrontliving.com as well. But we talked about our easy exit listing, the communication guarantee, flexible fee structure, guaranteed home sale program, our internet marketing, and of course our targeted internet marketing, our 24-hour home hotline, and really Lakefront Living International. It is something that a lot of people don't know is that we are a national franchise at Lakefront Living Realty, and we do have a true advantage for that. Not only being the niche market, but of course covering nationwide. The Lakefront Living Realty advantages truly are lifestyle. I mean, we understand that you're not just selling a home, you're selling a lake and a lifestyle. We talk about that all the time, and we talked about it earlier in the show today, about the lifestyle and how that's going to continue to be a huge part of the market here at Lake of the Ozarks. And I think what really gives us a special spot compared to many other places in the country right now, it's really about selling that lifestyle and relaxed change of mind that we talked about earlier. Marketing. We believe in telling a compelling story about your lake home is both emotional and visual. So that is something that we strive for in all of our marketing. Exposure, be seen, be found, again, both locally and nationally. List your home where lakefront buyers are looking. We have over 100,000 lakefront buyers through our site monthly. So put your home where lakefront buyers are going to look. Pricing. We understand the instinctive value of local lakefront markets. We maximize your home's value with minimal market time. Pricing is crucial. We've talked about that and having appraisers on the radio show in the past as well. Specialist. We have intimate knowledge of your lake and neighborhood. That goes back to as well as our lakefront specialist specializing on the listing side of certain areas of the lake, really knowing those neighborhoods and the ins and the outs. We know your lake and your cove. Put our lakefront passion to work for you. Again, back to buyers. This is truly a Lakefront Living Realty advantage. With thousands of registered lakefront buyers, we sold your home long before you decided to list it. We have buyers registering daily on our site, just waiting for your lakefront home to be listed. So we're going to go on to that seller success guide. I mention it all the time. It's something I have discussed. It's our comprehensive seller success guide in the past. But if you missed it, this is definitely something you want to get your hands on if you are a seller or thinking about selling. These guides we are happy to mail out to you anytime. Obviously, if you're not around, or we can get those in your hands at any time. But the questions we often hear that are covered in this: what does a successful lake home sale look like? When you receive the highest and best value from qualified buyers with minimal marketing exposure time, that's what a successful sale looks like. What makes lake homes so distinctive? Well, there are truly a number of factors that are exclusive to lakefront property sales. Again, that value when pricing lake homes, because of the diverse locations on or around the lake, as well as the diverse details of the lake itself, it truly is a specialty to price lakefront property, and that's all that we deal with. Tell us, Jesse, this is a question, we get a lot. What are the advantages of hiring a lakefront specialist?
You have significant investment in your lake home, both emotionally and financially. Just one small oversight can cost you thousands. Details such as flood insurance, water quality, vacation home financing, lake zoning restrictions are just a few of the hundreds of unique lake home details that many agents or even homeowners do not have any experience with.
I know, it's true. I mean, we really want to help you succeed. We've spent countless hours creating a deep understanding of lake home sales, from educating buyers to the best marketing practices, which we do year-round. It's all that we do. This Seller Success Guide is meant to communicate our extensive lake sales knowledge and help you understand again, what a successful sale looks like. So it's giving you tons of knowledge. We've gone over those 5 golden rules when selling lakefront property multiple times, but they continue to ring true. Lifestyle, marketing, exposure, price, and again, working with a specialist. The hardest thing to do as a lakefront seller is to think like a lakefront buyer. Your marketing really has to appeal to the buyer's individual emotional triggers. And we've mentioned it now a couple times even in the show. When we're selling your lakefront property, it is about those emotional triggers as well as visual. So we're putting together a full package. Right.
We really try to convey the information for what this is going to do for your family, and really try to match you up with that right house that's going to be in the right location for you.
Absolutely. When we go through, again, those lakefront home sale tips, those are things we collaborate together. I mean, it's critical to have the right technology in place to provide the ultimate exposure for more exclusive lakefront buyers. I mean, that comes directly from the owner of lakehouse.com, which is another platform that we use to sell and give exposure to your lake house. But staging, photography, those are all tips that we put into selling your lakefront home. So if you're wanting a copy of our comprehensive seller success guide, please reach out to us at any time. lakefrontliving.com. You can email us anytime. We are going to go on to our featured listings, though, before we run out of time. I just realized how close we were. We never want to miss the featured listings, because today we're talking about lakefront lots. I know I say it all the time that we are not making any more lakefront, so that is why it is rare to have good buildable lots come on the market. First, lakeside at Cross Creek, we have 2 lots selling together. 816 feet of waterfront with amazing views of Lynn Creek Cove. The location further back in the cove will be quieter water, but still give the incredible views. These lots have water and sewer hookup available, a gorgeous clubhouse and pool, and conveniently located between Osage Beach and Camdenton. Use both of them for a very private estate, or build 2 homes, or you could sell one of the lots off. These are both buildable terrain and listed in the low 300s. Call the office or myself directly for any further information, but these lots are bank owned and priced to move. The bank is also local and looking to make construction loans, so it could be a win-win for the buyer. Again, lakeside at Cross Creek, I've got an 816 feet of waterfront lot listed in the low 300s.
Next one we want to talk about is a lakefront lot on Lucy Road, located on Horseshoe Bend off Carroll Road. This lot is an awesome location by land or water, located on a 2-mile marker and in Lake Ozark, just outside of Four Seasons. Soil testing, surveys, and possible house plans have been done, but be your own builder or bring your own builder. Options are open. I always love lots that have huge views and cove protection, because that is what everyone is looking for. This is that lot. With 98 feet of waterfront, a small cove protected from the main channel, this house will sit perfectly to have huge main channel view with a cove protection. Listed at $90,000, this is an extremely affordable lot to build your dream lake home. Again, call us for further details, 833-LKFRONT.
Perfect. You want to get your lakefront or lake access home in front of lakefront buyers nationwide? Call and speak with one of our lakefront specialists regarding selling your lakefront or lake access property. We always talk about selling a lakefront lifestyle, and now, more than ever, it is time to reflect on family, health, well-being, and the things you cherish most. Making most of each day and doing whatever you can to better your life and the life of the ones around you. My family and I live and work to boat and enjoy all the Lake of the Ozarks has to offer. Real estate is truly my passion, so every day is a lake day.
Don't wait to buy that lakefront home you've always wanted. Life is short. Buy that lake house now and start making the memories that you will cherish forever.
Tune in next week, KRMS. We'll see you then.
Hi, I'm Haley Glover, Realtor and Lakefront Specialist with Lakefront Living Realty at Lake of the Ozarks. Call or email me directly to put my love for the lakefront lifestyle to work for you. I am a full-time agent exclusively working with buyers and sellers of lakefront and lake access property. You can find me at lakefrontliving.com, call 913-638-7798, or email me directly at haley@lakefrontliving.com.
Tell a friend to join you next week and listen in to the Lakefront Living Realty radio show. Visit their website for more information, including current listings and agent contacts. www.lakefrontliving.com. That's lakefrontliving.com. Or call the office at 833-LK-FRONT. That's 833-7668. 833-7668. And join them next Saturday after the news at 11 a.m. on News Talk KRMS Osage Beach.